lied to, or tricked, she's tackling every opportunity to make something that went wrong right. Better Call Bacon is on your side.
They did the work, but when it was time to get paid, their paychecks bounced. Workers at one of Tico's new solar farms in Waimama could not get answers about when or even if they would ever see the money that they had earned. So they knew they'd better call Bacon, and Shannon's here now to give us an update on this story. First of all, it surprises me that a company, a corporation this big would have something like this happen, but it did.
It did, and it is very surprising, and I had to follow a trail of subcontractors and contractors, and tonight one company is fired, and I'm told that checks will soon be in the mail.
These images from Drone 8 show the massive new Tico solar farm under construction in Waimama. Sherman McCarthy worked here in the hot sun since early November, yet he and other workers were compensated with bounced paychecks.
And at this time of year, I mean, it's just kind of heartless.
So who's to blame? Tico farms out the work to a general contractor, Miami-based Moss Construction, who hired another company, who hired another, who hired workers. Sherman, who says he's owed more than $1,000, knew he'd better call Bacon to sort out this mess.
I'm not only upset for me, but I'm upset for the other people that don't have the nerve to come out and do what I'm trying to do.
My first stop, construction trailer. It didn't take me long to get the attention of representatives of Moss and Tico.
These people, we understand there's some people that can't pay rent this month because they haven't been paid for the work that they've already completed here, and that's not right.
Within hours, Moss Construction called to say they had fired the subcontractor who left these workers without pay. I delivered the good news to Sherman.
Tells me that they are going to make sure that you get paid.
Really? You've done a whole lot better than I could because I have no answers.
Sherman is looking for a new job and hopes that soon he'll finally have the money he already earned.
There was this Grinch that stole Christmas, and at least you were the Santa Claus and brought it all together.
A spokesman for Moss tells me that subcontracting the company was Continental Production Services in Texas. That company lost its job, but I'm told that paychecks will come from the Texas company. More money was sent to that company to cover those checks.
You would have to think there must be thousands. If this guy's got 1,000 on the table, there had to be a lot of people out there working. When will they get that money? It's one thing to talk about it. When's he going to get it?
Well, I'm told there were as many as 100 workers out there. They're not telling us exactly how many and how much, but the sticking point here is that they're not telling us when these checks will be mailed out. They assure me, though, that Moss will make sure that everyone here receives money. And I assured them, Keith, that I will be calling them back and staying on the story until all of these people are paid.
Well, you have to, because he called you Santa Claus, so you have to deliver. Santa never disappoints. But you're doing double duty because you got an update on this Humana Medicare glitch that you told us about last week.
Yeah, it's another big story that we've been following. Humana worked through the weekend to reinstate insurance for most of the people impacted. The company tells me this error occurred because of a computer glitch in the 2020 renewal system process. The system canceled thousands of policies in Florida and in Texas, and Humana members contacted me in Texas and in Florida for help because they couldn't get prescriptions filled and they couldn't go to the doctor. So again, we're continuing to stay on that story, Keith, to make sure that everyone gets their coverage.
But the gentleman
back.
In your story, he's got his money?
He did.
Okay.
He has his coverage now, and all of the people who contacted me so far have their coverage
back.
But we're continuing to hear from people. I have messages waiting for me upstairs. We're going to stay on this story.
All right. You've been busy.
Busy.
Shannon, well, if you need some help, you better call Becca. The telephone number